Today, we're celebrating National Salsa Month. Yes, that's right, salsa's got its own month, with 3 deliciously refreshing salsa recipes. I'm going to show you my amazing classic salsa, my corn and avocado salsa, and finally a strawberry mango salsa that is going to blow your mind. Just before we get to all that, I want to tell you about a great new series by GE Appliances. It's called Our American Kitchen, and it explores the diversity of the American family through their experience in their kitchens. I know in my household, the kitchen was always the epicenter of my family. It's where we gathered, we shared stories, and of course, we ate a lot of great food. I hope you'll head over and check out the new series and let me know what you think in the comment section below. While you're over there, be sure to give them a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, let's get back to our tasty salsa recipes. We're getting started with my classic salsa. Now I'm doing this in my food processor, but you could also do this by hand if you don't have a food processor. That's no problem at all. I'm getting started today with some beautiful grape tomatoes. Now, because I'm using my food processor, I have not chopped these at all. But if you don't use a food processor, you are going to have to chop these by hand. Keep that in mind, just a little more elbow grease. So I've got some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to give them a few quick pulses to help them start breaking down, and then I'm going to start adding the rest of my yummy salsa flavors. I am adding some red onion, some jalapeno, and some garlic. Now you'll notice that all 3 of these are already pre-chopped. That's because I want to mix these into my tomatoes without pureeing the entire mixture. To this, I'm going to be adding some red wine vinegar, some fresh lime juice, a good drizzle of olive oil, a good helping of salt, and finally some fresh cilantro. I'm going to pulse it until it reaches my desired consistency. For me, that's a little chunky, and then it's ready to enjoy. Next up, I'm going to show you my corn and avocado salsa. So in my bowl, I've got about 2 cups of corn. To that, I'm going to add some avocado, some minced jalapeno, some red onion, some freshly squeezed lime juice, and I'm going to finish this all off with some freshly chopped cilantro. Finally, we're going to toss our mixture with a fork gently because we don't want to end up with guacamole. It is salsa month after all. Finally today, we're doing a sweet take on salsa. We're getting started with some finely chopped strawberries and some finely chopped mango. To that, we're going to add some jalapeno. I know this is going to sound a little strange, but that spicy bite with that sweet fruit is a wonderful combination. We're going to season this with some freshly squeezed lime juice and some freshly chopped basil. You could use cilantro or mint in this recipe, but I think basil is the perfect herb to complement the strawberries and the mango. You could also add a little drizzle of honey to this if you wanted it on the sweeter side. Then all we're going to do is toss the mixture together and it is ready to rock. Now this yummy salsa can be served over cooked chicken or cooked fish, but I like it best when it's served with sweet tortilla chips, and those are actually really easy to make yourself. All you need to do is take some tortillas and brush them with some melted butter. Next, I've just mixed some sugar and some cinnamon together in a bowl, and I'm just going to sprinkle the mixture on top of my tortillas. I'm going to cut them into wedges and then put them in the oven at 375 for between 3 and 5 minutes or until they've completely crisped up. They are the perfect accompaniment for this gorgeous fruit salsa. I really hope you'll give these tasty recipes a try, and if you do, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo because you know I love seeing what you're coming up with in your very own kitchens. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to The Domestic Geek because there's lots more deliciousness where this came from.